It's Friday, July 4th, 2025, and a story out of Nigeria is sparking global intrigue, capturing headlines and dominating social media feeds. A bustling Nigerian market pulses with life, a vibrant tapestry of commerce and community, while in a small, unassuming workshop in Awka, far from the bustling crowds, Emeka Nelson, a 26-year-old innovator with no formal engineering education, tinkers meticulously with his invention. He claims, with unwavering conviction, to have built a water-powered generator. Not just any generator, but one that delivers a substantial 1,000 watts of power for a continuous 6 hours, and all it needs is just 1 litre of clean water. Imagine the possibilities, the implications for a nation grappling with energy scarcity. This claim, if true, could redefine Nigeria's energy landscape. From a modest workshop nestled in Awka, this self-taught genius, driven by ingenuity and a desire to solve a pressing national problem, promises to revolutionize energy in a nation plagued by persistent and debilitating power shortages. For years, Nigerians have endured unreliable electricity, hindering economic growth and impacting daily life. But is this water-powered generator a genuine breakthrough, a beacon of hope for a brighter, more sustainable future? Or is it a bold illusion, a cleverly crafted deception that will ultimately crumble under scrutiny? The stakes are incredibly high, and the world is watching with bated breath, eager to see if Emeka Nelson's invention can live up to its ambitious claims. The potential impact on Nigeria, and indeed the entire African continent, is immense. Welcome to Mwaki Insights, your trusted source for in-depth analysis and critical perspectives on the stories that matter. Here, we don't just report the news, we challenge the narratives shaping our world, dissecting complex issues with rigor and impartiality. I'm your host, and tonight we're embarking on a journey to dig deep into this extraordinary invention, its humble origins, the underlying science that supposedly powers it, the wave of skepticism it inevitably faces from experts and industry insiders, and most importantly, the profound stakes for Nigeria and the wider global community. We'll explore the potential benefits, the possible pitfalls, and the ethical considerations surrounding this groundbreaking technology. By the end of this program, you'll be equipped to question whether this is a true game changer, a paradigm shift in energy production, or a cautionary tale about the dangers of hype and unsubstantiated claims. If you're new here, welcome to the Mwaki Insights family. We're thrilled to have you join us on this quest for knowledge and understanding. Before we delve any further, be sure to hit that subscribe button and activate the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Join our ever-growing community of truth seekers, individuals who are passionate about uncovering the facts and challenging conventional wisdom. Together, let's unravel the reality behind Emeka Nelson's water-powered generator and determine its true potential. Emeka Nelson's journey began at age 10, driven by the loss of a friend to petrol generator fumes, sparking a 16-year quest to innovate. By 2016, he unveiled a prototype, and by 2025, he claims a 1000 watt generator that runs on 1 litre of clean water for 6 hours, outpacing typical petrol units that deliver 800 watts for 4 hours on the same fuel volume. Built from scrap in his Awka workshop, this device powers his 2-bedroom home, a beacon in Nigeria where 70% of the population faces chronic power cuts. At the heart of Emeka Nelson's water-powered generator lies a scientific principle that has been the cornerstone of electrical engineering for centuries. The core of this technology hinges on a bold claim that ordinary water, when subjected to intense pressure, can be harnessed to drive a turbine, which in turn induces the generation of electricity. Nelson's design likely incorporates a DC generator, a common device used for converting mechanical energy into direct current electricity. This DC output is then converted into alternating current AC via a sophisticated control panel, making it compatible with standard electrical grids and household appliances. This conversion process is crucial for the generator's practicality and widespread applicability. The entire system operates on the fundamental principle of Faraday's law of induction, a cornerstone of electromagnetism. This law dictates that a changing magnetic field generates an electric current in a nearby conductor. The turbine's rotation within a magnetic field creates this changing field, thereby inducing the flow of electrons and producing electricity. The elegance of this principle is that it allows for the generation of electricity without the need for traditional fuel sources, potentially offering a cleaner and more sustainable alternative. While the concept of generating energy from water is appealing, it's crucial to examine the energy balance involved. A litre of water, if subjected to electrolysis to separate it into hydrogen and oxygen, could theoretically yield a certain amount of energy when the hydrogen is burned or used in a fuel cell. However, the electrolysis process itself is notoriously inefficient, typically resulting in a 50 to 70% loss of energy. This means that a significant portion of the energy input is lost as heat, reducing the overall energy output. Furthermore, water itself holds a negligible amount of inherent energy compared to conventional fuels like petrol. To put it into perspective, petrol boasts an energy density of approximately 34 megajoules per litre, a figure that dwarfs the potential energy obtainable from an equivalent volume of water through electrolysis. This stark contrast highlights the challenge of extracting usable energy from water in a manner that is both efficient and economically viable. The energy deficit is a critical point of contention in evaluating the feasibility of Nelson's water generator. The unveiling of Nelson's water generator has ignited a firestorm of debate within the scientific community and beyond. Professor Olufemi Somoya, among others, has publicly praised the ingenuity of the induction concept, acknowledging its potential to revolutionize energy production. However, a growing chorus of skeptics has emerged, raising concerns about the generator's adherence to the fundamental laws of thermodynamics. These skeptics argue that the device appears to defy the principle of energy conservation unless Nelson is concealing an external power source that is surreptitiously fueling the system. The possibility of a hidden energy input raises serious perpetual motion red flags, suggesting that the generator may not be as self-sufficient as it claims to be. The online sphere, particularly platforms like X, formerly Twitter, has become a battleground for competing viewpoints. Posts range from expressions of awe at Nelson's apparent creativity and innovation to vehement doubts about the presence of hidden batteries or outright accusations of fraud. The polarized reactions underscore the contentious nature of the debate and the urgent need for independent verification of the generator's claims. While the scientific establishment often celebrates groundbreaking innovation and disruptive technologies, a healthy dose of skepticism is essential when evaluating extraordinary claims. In the case of Nelson's water generator, the absence of peer-reviewed data and independent third-party testing casts a shadow of doubt over its purported capabilities. Without rigorous scientific validation, the generator's status teeters precariously between plausible engineering and unsubstantiated pseudoscience. The lack of transparency surrounding the device's inner workings and the absence of verifiable performance metrics make it difficult to assess its true potential. The central question remains: is Emeka Nelson a visionary genius who has unlocked a revolutionary energy source, or is the captivating narrative masking a significant gap in empirical evidence? The answer to this question hinges on the availability of credible data and the willingness of independent researchers to scrutinize the generator's claims with an open but critical mind. Until such validation is forthcoming, the water generator will remain shrouded in uncertainty. We hope you're finding this in-depth exploration of Emeka Nelson's water generator as fascinating as we do. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the science, the skepticism, and the surrounding controversy, don't forget to hit the like button to show your support. Subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content on emerging technologies and scientific breakthroughs. And most importantly, let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. We're eager to hear your perspectives on this intriguing invention. To gauge public sentiment, we've launched a poll asking, is Emeka Nelson's water generator a genuine breakthrough, an elaborate scam, or something more nuanced and complex? Cast your vote now and see how your opinion compares to those of others. You can also follow the live conversation and see what people are saying about the water generator in real time on X. Your participation helps us foster a vibrant and informed discussion about the future of energy. The immediate fallout from Nelson's demonstration is a whirlwind of hope, hype, and cautious anticipation. Across Nigeria, social media platforms are ablaze with celebratory posts. Nelson is being hailed as a national hero, a symbol of ingenuity and the potential for African solutions to African problems. The hashtag #NelsonTheInnovator is trending, filled with messages of support and calls for government action. Polls reflect this surge of optimism, with 60% of Nigerians expressing genuine hope that Nelson's invention could be a game changer. However, a significant 30% remain skeptical, tempered by past experiences of unfulfilled promises and dashed expectations. His 2024 Anambra Talent Award, now viewed in a new light, signals a deep sense of local pride and ownership. Commissioner Kate Omenuga's public vow of state support has been met with both applause and scrutiny. While the commitment is encouraging, the lack of concrete details raises questions about the extent and timeline of the promised assistance. Yet the federal government's continued silence on funding and resource allocation casts a long shadow, leaving his prototype in limbo. It has been successfully tested, demonstrating its potential, but remains unevaluated by independent experts and without the necessary investment for further development and refinement. On a global scale, the implications of Nelson's invention resonate deeply, particularly for the 600 million people across Africa who currently live without access to reliable electricity. They see a potential lifeline, a beacon of hope that could alleviate energy poverty and unlock economic opportunities. European Union renewable energy firms are keenly eyeing the situation, recognizing the potential for lucrative investment and partnerships. News reports highlight discussions at EU energy summits, where African collaborations are being touted as a key strategy for expanding renewable energy markets. However, the online discourse, particularly on platforms like X, reveals a complex and often contentious debate. Some users passionately advocate for increased funding and support to empower Nigerian innovators like Nelson, arguing that it's a moral imperative to help address the continent's energy crisis. Others express deep-seated concerns about potential exploitation by foreign tech giants, warning against a new form of neo-colonialism, where African resources and innovations are plundered for profit, with little benefit accruing to the local population. While the political establishment is quick to tout Nelson's invention as a homegrown solution, a testament to Nigerian ingenuity and a potential source of national pride, the reality on the ground is far more complex. Without significant investment in infrastructure, including upgrades to the existing energy grid and the establishment of robust testing and certification facilities, the prototype risks remaining just that, a prototype. Without rigorous scientific validation and independent expert review, its true potential may never be fully realized. This leaves Nelson's fate inextricably tied to the whims of politics, the vagaries of funding decisions, and the pervasive skepticism that often greets ambitious projects in a resource-constrained environment. The dream of a brighter, more energy-secure future for Nigeria hangs in the balance, contingent on whether the initial wave of enthusiasm can be translated into concrete action and sustained support. The future splits into two paths. If validated, 10,000 units could electrify Nigeria by 2030, creating 50,000 jobs and cutting emissions by 5% per speculative models, a renewable revolution. But if the prototype falters, say reliant on hidden batteries or unfeasible scaling, it could stall, branded a scam, with funding drying up amid water scarcity concerns by 2035. Globally, Nigeria could lead Africa's energy shift, outpacing China's solar dominance, but only with rigorous testing and local control. The establishment pushes a narrative of triumph, yet without transparent science or investment, this risks becoming a roadblock, leaving Nelson's dream at the mercy of proof and politics. Is this Nigeria's energy dawn, or a mirage in the desert? Emeka Nelson's water-powered generator could light up Nigeria or fade into doubt. Share this video to dive into the debate. If you found this deep dive gripping, like, share, and subscribe to Mwaki Insights. Thanks for joining this quest for truth, and I'll see you in the next unraveling.